watch. It was a great game.
It was.
Like, fuck, dude. It was finally nice to have a good football game.
Yeah. I mean, I've had the pleasure of going to the last 2 Super Bowls, and they were both the 2 best, I think, in my lifetime.
Oh, for sure, dude. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Maybe Patriots-Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the comeback. That was wild.
For sure. That's number 1, no doubt.
But, like, just the way that game went, like a true shootout and no sacks.
Which is crazy.
Crazy. It was always the Chiefs.
That's how you're going to start this episode?
That's how I'm going to start the episode.
Jesus.
It was, imagine this. Ready? Imagine this. You're sitting there, and someone from the future comes back, and he goes, listen, Trent, in February, you're going to be able to get Pat Mahomes at plus chicken to win the Super Bowl. You have to bet on it.
Yeah, Chiefs bettors, I hope you enjoyed that because you'll never get Mahomes in the Super Bowl at plus chicken.
Imagine not taking plus chicken, Pat.
Ever again.
Dude, what were you so... Why the Eagles? Not that I'm sharp. Not that I'm fucking sharp. But why the Eagles?
If you want my actual genuine reason...
Yes, I do.
It was a self-fade. It was.
Because you wanted the Chiefs.
I rode Mahomes all year. I had Kelsey in the goat well. The Chiefs were in every surgical 6 almost. I don't know, dude. I fumbled the bag. You know what? Bender Sports made a TikTok making me pick the Super Bowl winner, like at the start of the playoffs or whatever.
Yeah, so not only did you...
And so I thought Mahomes was potentially going to lose that game in Cincinnati, but I thought the Eagles were going to get to the Super Bowl and beat whoever they were going to play. And so with that in mind, and then I made that video a while back, and so I couldn't flip my decision. I had to just stay bottom.
Yeah, you had to. I mean, you could have hedged. Could have been like, if the Eagles win, it's for the kids.
And the kids get nothing.
Nothing, dude.
He did say he's going to give $1,000 to Ronald McDonald.
Oh, shout out Ronald. It was always Ronald.
It was always Ronald McDonald Foundation. And it was always Bender Sports, W. Bender, but fresh off the plane from Phoenix, not even home for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's 5 a.m. right now, recording in Dallas time.
What a night, though. I mean, I was feeling so good out of the gates. First half, Jalen Hurts looked amazing. Mahomes twisted that ankle. Low-key, all the Eagles fans were like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We were all looking around each other like, yes. And I'm like, dude, yes. Like, holy fuck. But when Butker missed that field goal.
Dude, that was soul-sucking.
Soul-sucking for the prize picks. Obviously, dude, it was so funny. Everyone around me was so confused why I'm leaning over the fucking thing that we're sitting on in piss because of a Chiefs missed field goal. I've got an Eagles jersey on. They're like, bro, what are you doing? You just missed
for the PP, man.
And I had to explain to the guy next to me what the fuck prize picks is. I'm in piss because I just got doinked by Butker.
Dude.
And then Kelsey also got hooked on his receptions. I mean, of course he gets 6. Of course he gets 6 receptions.
That is incredible.
The books desperately needed 6 or less. And what do you know? He just conveniently lands just right on 6.
Desperately needed
they did.
6. They're sitting around the table like, we need 6. Bad. No, but yeah, so you got to go to the game. I went to a casino. How was the energy? What was the vibe like?
The vibes were...
Was it good?
Well, first off, I got to say, this stadium, the Cardinal Stadium, was just not equipped for a Super Bowl.
Really?
An absolute shit show getting to our seats. 30 minutes before kick, they weren't letting us get to our seats.
But what was the shit show about? Like, why weren't they letting you get to the seats?
Just congested clogs of people trying to get to their seats.
No
and
way.
It got so bad that it just came to a halt. No one knew what to do.
What?
Yeah. And like I was panicking because I was like, I got to get to my seat. I got to make this fucking video for the national anthem and the coin toss and shit. and we finessed like someone. We were like in someone else's seats for like the first couple seconds of that anthem, and then finally I was like, Krabs, like, if we want to fucking make this last second of this anthem, like, we got to book it right now. So we booked it, got to our seats, super random, got to dab up Devin Booker for a half a second, walked right by him. I was like, holy shit, D-Book. Clearly did not want to interact with anybody, but I was like, I gotta just fucking dab him up. He's right there.
I saw, the only reason I knew Devin Booker was there because I saw on Twitter someone took a photo of his outfit and they were like, yeah, Devin Booker's really dressed like he has an iPhone and he has to take videos of the guys coming out of the tunnel. I was like, this was specific and on point chirp I've ever seen in my life, dude. Like, absolutely nailed him.
But we had national anthem. That shit, dude. I thought that shit was soaring over,
dude,
from the jump.
We were sitting there we were at a little like pool area at the casino, and we were timing it. Dude, I literally was looking over and I was like, this is the freest over I've ever seen in my life.
Free.
I was like, this is the freest over in a national anthem I've ever seen in my life. And then Chris Stapleton, no heart to close it out.
Dude.
0 heart. Where's the heart, Chris? You get one opportunity.
I mean, he could have held that note just a smidge longer.
3 seconds.
That line was so sharp.
So unbelievably, like, how is a national anthem line sharp? You know?
So you went 0 for 2 because you had heads?
Wow. Yeah, man. I went 0 for 2 to start.
Started out down fat units and we didn't even have a snap yet.
No, we were literally doing like Bookit videos, like for like, cause me, Chelly, and Lauren were all had bets and shit. And I was on the opposite of both of their shit. Like, they both had the under and I had the heads and the over, and they were on tails. And I'm just sitting there.
Piss.
Tails. And I literally looked at Nick and I was like, this is a nightmare start. I was like, you can't start any worse than how I just started. Already 0 for 2 down units going into the game. Like, didn't even make it on the field yet, and I'm down units, dude. It was like incredible. But I wanted to talk about the game a little bit. Pat Mahomes is incredible. Dude. Incredible, dude. I mean, on one leg too, dude. He was on one leg,
and he had like multiple legacy runs on that one.
Dude, he didn't slide.
Yeah,
he didn't slide.
It's a lot different being at the game than watching on TV because you miss out on a lot of the key moments or like how crucial something is, and then like seeing a replay or how close something was. And you don't know any of the fucking stats either, which sucks. But legacies by Mahomes in that second half.
And I'm gonna remend my list of the quarterbacks and put Pat Mahomes at 1. I'll put Lamar at 2. Because, dude, he's Pat Mahomes is gonna be the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
In a down year.
And he's gonna get 4 more.
In a down year where the Chiefs offloaded more talent than they brought in, he won a fucking Super Bowl, dude.
I remember hearing takes that they were going to miss the playoffs.
Dude, I do too. It's like, no Tyreek Hill, they're fucking chalked. No Tyrann Mathieu, like all this shit, dude. And then in a down year where teams loaded up and they unloaded, he wins a Super Bowl.
Again, I think obviously Mahomes is goated, but so much of the credit doesn't get put on Andy Reid.
No, he's incredible.
He's unbelievable. He's definitely
incredible.
A goat.
Incredible. And the Gatorade was purple. What the fuck, dude? My theory was so spot on.
I still haven't even seen when I didn't even see it on the field when they
purple.
It was for sure. Like, that's confirmed.
Yeah, they have photos.
I saw some people saying there was no Gatorade.
No, it was purple.
It was purple.
And I think my theory was 100% correct, which is they just grabbed the most full canister of Gatorade.
For sure, because who's drinking purple? Nobody.
Which is why red was a good look.
That shit tastes like Robitussin.
Dude, yeah. Well, who's got grape on the sideline for that? I want to show you the photo because it's like so obviously purple. It's crazy. The Chiefs like posted a photo of it, but everyone was like, of course, second Super Bowl in like a row where they don't show the Gatorade shower.
Yeah.
And we have to like go to social media. It's like, dude, everyone, everyone's waiting to see the Gatorade shower. Like, why are we still nodding?
That's on the technical producer in the freaking booth.
Literally, though.
Not doing his job.
Literally, though, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's purple.
Yeah, it's purple. But I wanted to talk about Marcus Valdes-Scantling didn't even put his cleats on.
I saw that tweet. during the Super Bowl, and I just started geeking.
Dude,
I heard your voice just saying that tweet.
Does he even have his cleats on? Like, what are we doing here, dude? He had no targets, no receptions. And then he had the gall to post with the trophy after the game. Like, what did you do?
Dude.
You ran around for 2 hours.
Yeah, literally.
You just ran your way to a ring.
Apparently I sold the squad prize picks.
We had a squad prize picks. I couldn't place it, though, because Krabs put an under in it. But we had a squad prize picks, and you sold it.
It was the under on your fucking POD. Which
No, my POD. My POD was Pat Mahomes passing touchdowns, which was air.
How many do you have? 3?
Yeah.
It was always...
I know, dude. You had to stack either way. It was Hurts touchdown as well.
Yeah, it was always Hurts touchdown, Mahomes touchdowns, Kelsey yards, Devontae yards.
Yep.
That was the super game.
Green gob.
Oh my god.
That would have been
so easy.
freest money.
Lost it on the doink too. I mean, that was
Well, I did. Kelsey did sell.
Oh, did he?
Also, which I'd be in fucking rat piss right now if it was just the doink that cost me $30K. I would be in rat piss. But no, thankfully Kelsey made it a little less worse because he only had 6 receptions.
So the doink happened, and I remember looking over. I think it was to Dave, and I was like, "The Eagles are winning this game," because you had false starts in the defense. You had blown coverages on AJ Brown's touchdown, and then you had the doink, and I was like, we're making mistakes and we're not closing. Like, the Eagles just won the Super Bowl. But thank God the Chiefs just happened to get it all out in the first half.
Yep.
Like, I know Peyton Manning had that one take where he was like, everyone thinks there's like halftime adjustments. There's really no adjustments. They just go into the locker room, they hang out, and then they come back out. Like, maybe someone says something, but you can't actually make like big adjustments. There definitely was a conversation had in that locker room because they came out like dialed and ready. The first half was a shit show, dude. Jumping on hard counts, like not getting stops on third down. I was like, dude, this game is over.
That's crazy you say that because there wasn't a single moment in that game where I felt like the Eagles were going to comfortably win this game. Like, being at the game, you definitely look at the score way less because it's not on the bottom of the screen, you know? And I didn't find myself really looking at the score often. It was just too close for comfort the entire time. The entire time.
Well, then the Chiefs go up 8, and I'm like, let's fucking go. Legacy Eagles drive 2-point conversion. I was like, what the hell happened to that lead?
So bricked up after that.
That lead literally went away like that.
So bricked. I don't know what it was, dude. Like, I could feel the energy and like all the diehard Eagles fans around me that even they were just like so anxious the whole game, even with the 10-point lead going into halftime. It felt like it was tied.
Were the Birds fans bad?
No.
Or were they like, was it cordial?
They were certainly fucking pissed off about some of these calls. That's for sure. Like that holding call at the end was, I mean, everybody around me was in moose piss.
I mean, Bradbury admitted it was a hold. I think Dave said it correctly. It's definitely a hold. But you don't call it that late in the game.
The fucking last play. Let them have a shot.
Yeah, like that would have been...
I was just like, wow, they called that. That's how the Super Bowl is going to end.
Which is tough because it's like, okay, you made the right call, but it's just not the right time for that call.
Yeah.
Like that call could have went.
Yeah.
Like even the guy that did it was like, yeah, I pulled on the jersey and I thought like I was hoping they would just let us play through. So like he knew it was a hold. But like you don't want to decide a game like that. No. But then it's like on the other coin, I heard an Eagles fan when we were at the airport that was like, we shouldn't even have fucking been there. Like, if that holding call, you got to get a stop earlier.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't even be in that spot to the point where a call is going to make or break the game.
It was 3rd and 8 on the 50.
Yep.
And, of course, they convert. Bullshit, dude.
Of course. But, once again, the Chiefs ran on the Eagles. The Eagles lose when you're running them. Pacheco had a fucking unbelievable game. That kid is going to be gnarly.
Oh, he's going to be so
McKinnon
good.
Was running on the Eagles.
Yeah.
If you run on the Eagles, you can beat the Eagles. And they also happen to have Pat Mahomes.
I mean, the blueprint was right in front of us the whole time. Go look at the last 6 quarterbacks the fucking Eagles have played against. Poverty. You know? Like, none of them were even remotely close to what they saw tonight.
And we said it again. The Eagles start hot, and they dip.
Yeah.
And I knew the
They
Eagles were going to
do.
score first.
They do.
I knew they were going to have a strong first half.
Yeah.
And then I saw the signs of that second half where they had a lead, which means they're going to want to run the ball. But the Chiefs were fucking... Sorry, pardon my language. The Chiefs were stuffing the run.
Yeah.
So now you're burning clock. You're not moving up the field. You're punting the ball away. And you're just slowly losing that momentum.
That's exactly what happened.
Literally, dude. I feel like I gave out the script.
only
It
thing
was always the over.
It was always the over.
was always the
Never the Eagles in the under. That was a dono. Yeah, and before the game started, I went and cashed that ticket that I hit like back when we were there for the TCU game. And I literally knew because the guy working the sports book like knew me, and he was like, "Trent, what do we got today?" And I just look at my jersey, look back at him. He's in a fucking all Chiefs gear, and he's like, "Ah." I knew right then.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put $2,000 on the Eagles, bud. He's just like, man.
He's like, "Oh, what would you like to do with your 2K?" I'm like, "Just gonna give it right back."
Why don't you just keep it? You hold on to that for me.
The only thing I fucking hit was
Oh,
Rihanna's halftime show.
Which legacy.
She was phenomenal.
So good.
And I loved how there was no like crazy production to it. It was just like let Rihanna grub. And she grubbed.
Dude, that's what I said too. I was like, she's probably the first Super Bowl halftime show I remember where every song I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there wasn't anything crazy going on. She didn't do anything nuts. And I think people are also forgetting she's fucking pregnant while she did it. So like she probably didn't want to do anything crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how good her music is, that she could just have what people call like a mid-performance, which like I disagree with. And it was just bangers.
I don't know. I mean, why would anyone have said it was mid?
There was a lot of people on social media that were like, it was a mid-performance. She has great songs. It was a mid-performance. Like, shut the fuck up.
I haven't even watched it yet. I didn't even really get to see any of the production elements to it. But from what I was seeing in front of me, what it sounded like was phenomenal.
No, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
So Pat Mahomes is going to be the GOAT. Juju Smith-Schuster, I feel like redeemed himself a little bit in my head. He didn't do anything crazy. He wasn't. I mean, the skirt was nuts. The pregame fit was just
I saw your
absurd.
tweet, and I was like,
But it was always the skirt.
it was always
Like, he ended up having a great game. Travis Kelce's probably the best tight end to ever play the game of football.
yeah, him and Mahomes are.
Like, I feel like you can't make up groups like that.
No.
Like a duo like that. Like, that's like for us, a generational, like once in a lifetime thing you get to watch where two guys click like that well to the point where it's like, dude, they're just winning Super Bowls together. They're not like having great seasons. They're winning Super Bowls together.
It's like Jordan and fucking
And Pippen, dude, yeah. Pacheco is going to be like a top 10 running back in the league for like, I think the next 5 years.
Which makes it so much more scary for the rest of the league.
Which is like, what do you do with Clyde now? Because Jerick McKinnon's solid too.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Jalen Hurts his flowers. The Chiefs dared him to throw the ball, and he dotted him all game. Dotted him. Miles Sanders was a no-show. That's how you lose that game.
Dude, he had the first rush of the game and then just never came back. What
I
happened?
think it was like, so he fumbled at the end. I don't know if you saw that,
yeah.
but the ball came out when he went out of bounds. I wouldn't be surprised if Sirianni was just like, I'm not doing this today. He's like, I'm not doing this today. Like, Kenneth, go run one. And Kenneth got like 5 yards, and Sirianni's probably like, all right, we're doing this. Because you got to think about it. Miles Sanders has a history of when he slips that one, he might have 3 fumbles that game. So I don't know what it is, but I feel like you got to go to him. You got to trust him. Because that loses you the game. They couldn't run. The Chiefs did a great job stuffing the run, but they basically dared Jalen to throw the ball, and he was dotting them. So if they had any semblance of like a run game, I mean, they had to use Jalen's legs because their running backs weren't doing anything. But Jalen Hurts is a phenomenal quarterback.
No, he's great.
I mean, if you walk away from that game being like having the take people might have had last week or weeks before where you're like, Jalen Hurts isn't a great quarterback, he didn't lose them that game.
No.
Like, he did everything in his power to keep them in that game and battle with Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. But, I mean, it is so hard, dude. There's so many moments where, like, you're right in terms of getting the credit, where Andy Reid is just out coaching the Eagles, dude. And it's like you look at the defensive coordinator and he's just shitting.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I don't even know what to do.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see the same exact Super Bowl match the next 3 seasons. I wouldn't be shocked if we see it again.
Eagles, Chiefs, back to back to back. I think it's going to be tough because I don't think they're going to get another year out of Jason Kelsey. And I think that blueprint to beating them kind of got exposed a little bit, where if you have a good running back and you can scheme and run the ball, they fold. Like that pass defense, the best pass defense in the league, got exposed against a good quarterback, and they didn't play a good quarterback. Like, Brandon Ayuk, how sharp. He was like, I'd take all my money out and put it on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because like when you're on that sideline, you're like, dude, these guys aren't that great.
Yeah.
Like if we just had a quarterback. But I don't know. The Eagles they deserve to be there. They got there. I think Jalen Hurts is fantastic. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown are an awesome 1-2 punch. It was a great game.
It was.
Like, fuck, dude. It was finally nice to have a good football game.
Yeah. I have the pleasure of going to the last 2 Super Bowls, and they were both the 2 best, I think, in my lifetime.
Oh, for sure, dude. Oh, my God. Maybe Patriots-Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the comeback. That was wild.
For sure. That's number 1, no doubt.
But, like, just the way that game went, like a true shootout and no sacks.
Which is crazy.
Crazy that the narrative was going into the game. I remember the narrative being, what are the Chiefs going to do when the Eagles bring the house and take down Pat? Like, one of the defensive linemen on the Eagles was like, yeah, it's all fun and games till, like, we sack him first drive and he can't play anymore. And it's like, dude, that Chiefs O-line pitched a shutout. He didn't even get touched.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He didn't get touched.
I loved both the sacks props. I thought it was going to be a sack fest.
And, Jalen could have gotten sacked a couple times, but he's just so elusive that he bounced out of the pocket and you don't get it. But, more impressed with the Chiefs' offensive line being like, we have to have our best game of the season because if he takes damage, he's done.
Yeah.
And you pitch a shutout against one of the best D-lines in all of football. They had, 4 guys with double-digit sacks this year?
Yeah.
Right, Nick?
What was the question?
The Eagles had 4 people on the line with more than 10-plus sacks.
I'll confirm that.
But I think that's true. So, like, dude, you pitch a shutout in the biggest game? That's nuts.
Nutty.
Nuts.
Also, I would love to know if Snead had a pass deflection. I was sweating that one out, and I totally forgot to check. But, yeah, let me know if Snead had a pass deflection, because I took that under.
Wow. I'm going to just need to know. I would also love to know. I thought it was going to be something, like, statistical about, like, some, like, facet of the game. If Willie Snead got a pass deflection.
No, it's like Latavius Snead.
But he might have, though.
It's L'Jarius Sneed.
L'Jarius Snead.
Also, he almost died on the field 2 weeks before. Like, I don't know how he was playing.
I know.
What'd you bet?
A pass deflection.
You bet under?
Under.
Yeah, he had 2.
God damn it.
I was sweating that one out. Didn't get to check yet. Would have just checked to piss, dude.
Yeah.
Bet the under? Yeah, he had 2.
God damn it, dude.
There were a total of 3 pass deflections by the Chiefs, and he had 2 of them.
God.
Welcome to the Fade Pod.
Damn.
Dude, that's actually nuts that you took that and it got sold like that.
Yeah.
Wow, we got to be way better, dude. Why are we taking L'Jarius Snead fucking under pass deflections, dude?
Can we be fucking better? Snead unders. It's the first time that fucking shit's been on Prize Picks before. I'm taking the under. Thought it was
Holy
sharp.
shit, that was fucking hysterical.
Krabs liked it, and I was like, shit, it could be free. No, but it was an absolutely electric night. Despite the Eagles' loss, losing fat units on both the Prize Picks and the bet slip of the Eagles. Great night all around. Chiefs definitely earned that, deserved it. Hell of a season.
Hell yeah.
It was always literally Andy Reid owning his former team. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man.
Dude, you got to be so much better, dude.
So much better.
Like, I'm awful at picking NFL games. That might be the first game where I sat on this couch and just fed the script of what was going to happen. That if Pacheco gets going and they run on the Eagles, they're going to win because Pat Mahomes is just a GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, plus chicken Mahomes, dude.
Yeah.
What?
You'll never see that again.
Plus chicken Mahomes. Also, love the over because the touchdown scores were huge. I hit like almost all of them other than the Eagles guys. I didn't hit an Eagles touchdown, but the guys on the...
I mean, Smith should have scored like 5 times.
Dude, when he fucking caught that ball and was away, I was like...
Oh my
I
God.
looked over at Will, or Chelly, and I was like, bang that. And I looked back and he was out of bounds. And I was like, what? What just happened?
Or the first touchdown where he like
Oh my
broke
God,
off.
dude.
I literally spilled the $40 beer that I just had paid for. Jumping for joy, thinking that he's just broke it loose. Down at like the 5.
Dude.
CG.
But his yards were so free. Dude.
So free.
Like, so free.
Such a donkey.
So free, dude.
He's a beast.
Unbelievable game. What a weekend. I did want to talk a little bit about the waste management.
That shit was electric.
Yeah, we went to the waste management open. Trent copied my hat.
I had to. It was way too steez. They actually commented on one of my TikToks. Shout out to Bad Birdie.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
What?
And of course, before he leaves the house, he's like, you think I should go with this hat or the other one? I was like, you gotta wear the Bad Birdie hat. So Bad Birdie, you're welcome. You're welcome. No, but I wanted to talk about the waste management a little bit. That's the first golf tournament I've ever been to.
Same.
And it was so much fun, dude.
That shit was unreal. We got
Obviously, it's like the tournament that's supposed to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't think all of them are like that. But, dude, that was probably one of the most fun I've had at a sporting event in a long time.
Yeah, that shit was nutty. I didn't know it was like that.
Like crazy.
And then we got freezer tarps rolling through.
Yeah, shout out Freezer Tarps, dude. We were just botting with him all day, dude. He's a fucking geek, bro.
Yeah, he
Like,
is
so funny.
He's exactly the same person in his videos. It's just I haven't seen anyone like that.
Like,
before.
great dude and hysterical.
Yeah.
And if you thought he talked different than his videos, you're mistaken.
Mistaken.
Mistaken, dude. But so much fun. I thought Scottsdale, that course was awesome. They were prepared. You know, that thing moved like a well-oiled machine.
It was so
if you're
windy.
like the Arizona shit. Oh my God, we didn't even talk about the field. We didn't even talk about the field.
Oh, at the
was
Super
that
Bowl.
talked about?
At the Super Bowl?
Yeah, was that happening, that conversation happening in the stands? It was like,
Nobody fucking knew that.
dude, it was like 60% of the broadcast of being like, these guys are sliding all over. The Eagles changed their cleats at the half.
Yeah.
Eagles changed their cleats because it was. They were saying that at halftime because of the halftime show that it kind of fucked up the field. But then they were just. I mean, you could see them on TV. They were slipping and sliding.
Yeah,
it was
I
like a
saw-
slip and slide out there.
I saw some videos after.
But even the
fact.
first half, they were slipping like crazy.
No, we had no one fucking noticed.
That's
So,
wild, dude.
yeah.
'Cause we're saying that apparently they painted the field 2 days before as well, which is like a big no-no because it makes the grass like super slick. But they spent $800,000
Yeah, I saw that.
on that field.
And spent like 2 years fucking harvesting it.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Just get some fucking grass, dude, and stop
go to
making.
Home Depot, man. Just fucking roll one out, dude. He's spending 2 years like day carrying grass to then botch it at the big dance. Dude.
Someone's like fucking seeding the grass for 2 years.
You're like, what? It's like, this is for the
Baby.
Super Bowl in Arizona.
It's just babysitting the grass for 2 years.
Dude, what do you do? I'm actually planting the grass for the Super Bowl in 2 years. What? It's like, yeah, it's a full-time job. Full-time job. He like reads to the grass at night. It's like, man, you got a dream job, dude. What are you going to do when the Super Bowl's done? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully there will be a field somewhere I can take care of. Like, just so like
It's just way too deep.
they give him a box at the stadium for his family. He's like so proud of the field. He's like, God, look at her. She looks great.
Little does he know that he's getting absolutely flamed on the broadcast.
He's gone at the start of the third quarter because everyone's like, dude, the field fucking sucks. And he's like, what a waste of 2 years. He's like, honey, we're leaving. He's like saying that no one knows he's the field guy. Like, dude, the fucking field sucks. They wasted 2 years on that. He's just drowning.
He's in the elevator on the way to his car. Some other dude's in there. Yo, you see the field tonight?
$800,000. Some guy spent 2 years putting that together for them to slip all over like an ice rink.
And he's like, yeah,
Hey, buddy, you going to floor 2? Yeah, man. Yeah. But that's crazy though that happened. No.
Yeah, good work.
No, you did a good job. You did a great job, dude. But it's classic NFL, dude. $800,000 on fucking some guy taking care of this field for 2 years and then just come out and completely blow it.
I feel like there's just always some bullshit every single.
No, it's classic. Dude. I mean, it's classic.
There's always some bullshit. The cleats, the field, the lights, the fucking refs. Like, can't we just play a nice hard 60? No bullshit.
Nice. Just a nice hard 60. That's all I want.
That's all I want. It's just some good, clean fucking football. No bullshit.
It's a classic football dad. I just want a clean 60, dude. Is that fucking too much to ask for? Just one Super Bowl where I get a clean 60 out of these guys? The wife just has no idea about sports. Just like, honey, you say it every year. It's like, well, it shouldn't be hard. Just a clean 60. You know, we do it with Gerald down there at his high school. They can't even get it figured out on the big dance. It's just so classic, dude.
It's just like always some bullshit. Like,
Always something, dude.
it's always something.
That's the NFL for you. I mean, great weekend. The Chiefs at Plus Chicken. Trent and I traveled to the airport separately, and then we were in different security lines. I was like a little bit farther behind them, and we did not say a word to each other. And we passed each other like 6 times. We just kept looking at each other like.
I was like,
and I waited. I was like, my first words, like, it's got to be something funny. And I waited. And we were at the gate, I think the first time I talked to you. And I was just like, imagine you could have got Pat Mahomes at Plus Chicken to win a Super Bowl.
most pissed.
You were just like, never say that to me again. But all in all, I think it was a great Super Bowl. It was always the Chiefs. It was always the over.
Why is it so damn hard to exit out of a sporting event and get in an Uber? That's one thing that needs to fucking change in the next decade.
It's got to be the volume of people calling, but I agree. It's
I will
so
say
annoying.
the PGA Waste Management definitely has it a little more figured out. Was way more efficient. Got to give them their props. The fucking stadium I was just at, not equipped for a Super Bowl, and we had to walk easily 2 miles away from the stadium.
No way
Yeah.
you had to walk that far.
Oh yeah, it was like a 40-minute walk.
What?
Yeah,
Just to call one.
just to get a signal from an Uber.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm kind of shocked at Arizona because, I mean, they suck at football anyway, so you think they'd be like, hey, Super Bowl, let's turn one up. You know? It's like, what are you guys good for now? I get why Kyler just loses every home game. You can't figure out a Super Bowl, dude? Like, what?
Yeah.
No, but that's the worst, dude. Trying to leave, like, a stadium and just being like, oh, my God.
Dude, in Moose Piss, watching confetti for the Chiefs fall in my lap, knowing I'm about to walk 2 miles to get out of this place. Brutal.
I think an all-time funny moment, and then we'll wrap it up. All-time funny moment is Boston Scott being the Eagle that stays on the field to watch the celebrations.
Oh, no way.
Dude, what are you doing?
You know who's pissed? That fucker who came up to you at the bar and said, it was always the Eagles, and it was always a Boston Scott.
Yeah. It's the Eagles' money line. And a Boston Scott touchdown.
Fuck
I
that
fucking bet.
That guy was living in my head ever since you told that story.
Dude, Boston Scott almost scored on the first drive.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was sitting there being like, there's no way this kid was right. I was like, there's no way this kid was
Yeah.
fucking right, dude. I was like, if Boston Scott runs this in, I'm going to literally throw myself in the pool.
I need a word with that kid, whoever he is.
I need a word with him. I think he found me. I think I recognize the kid. I think he found me. He DM'd me and was like, it was not Boston Scott touchdown.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
I think so. I
Well,
got to
tell
look.
him.
I got to make sure it was him, but yeah, no, it was a good bit.
Tell him thanks for the donuts.
Yeah, thanks for the cake. Not that I was ever going to be on the Eagles. It was always the Chiefs. Oh, my God. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about because we talked about it at the Waste Management Open. The funniest shit that I think only happens to me, and I think it happened to you a little bit when you're at the sports book, is when people come up to us and they're like, yo, what's the lock? Whatever lock I give you, for whatever reason, the vibe of being asked the lock and giving my favorite play, they're going to lose by 50. It is not hitting. It is not hitting, dude. I was at Waste Management. This kid came up to me and he was like, yo, Mikey, what's the lock, dude? And I was like, it's Michigan money line. So confident. It was my favorite play of the day. I was like, dude, favorited at home against a ranked opponent, like fuck Indiana, what? Michigan loses outright, dude. Yeah. I was like, you can't make that shit up.
I had the same thing happen right after that. Some kid came up and said, you know, what's the fucking lock of the day? And we had just talked about that Kings-Mavs game. So I was like, all right, I'll put my meat on the table for the fucking Kings. And he was like recording a video, and I just like gave the best fucking sell job on the Kings. I was like, when you look at that fucking scoreboard tonight at 9:30, I want you to scroll all the way down, look for Kings-Mavs, and you're going to see a Kings W at plus JK. and then he DMs me on TikTok like at 10 p.m. that night, and he's like, I just checked the score. You're fucking goated.
I love how Trent took my story and was like, yeah, same thing happened to me, but like mine smacked in the mouth.
It just felt really good because that's like literally the only time that's ever happened.
Never happens.
Never happens.
Every single time I'm trying to like be like sharp. Yeah, Michigan.
I was on Michigan too.
Kid was drowning, dude. He's probably like, dude, probably texted group. He's like, Mikey's on Michigan. We got to ride Michigan. And we're sitting in the car like watching it with Krabs on the phone. Just like 8 seconds left, probably the worst inbound play I've ever seen to win the game, completely lose, and I just was like, well, that one hurts.
Yeah, they went 5 minutes without scoring the ball. 5 full minutes.
Wow.
Didn't score a point.
I'm not going to take responsibility for that one.
Yeah.
That one's on them.
Just charge that one to
You know, you can't cap that.
You can't score for them.
At the end of the day, I'm not dribbling the ball, putting it in the hoop.
I wish I could.
Listen,
it's just not how it works.
I would if I could, but I can't. That's the difference.
Yeah.
But great weekend. The Chiefs dynasty continues to roll. We're gonna have to see what happens with the Eagles. Some kid DM'd me and was like, "Is this just the 2015 Panthers again?" They might have to prove that they're not.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I love to see. Favorite part of the weekend was we're in the airport on the way home, and Mikey was already labbing the MLB goat whale.
No, I have my MLB goat whale. It's ready. 6 legs, 400 to win 10 grand. It's smacking.
I love it. We'll share it next episode.
No, yeah, we'll share it next episode.
Sure.
I'll walk through the vibes.
Yeah,
we'll do that. Also, next episode, no football, so we're gonna have to figure it out, guys.
Wow.
A lot of college basketball. We got some great things planned for the show. But yeah, football's done.
GG's.
We will never be farther away from football than we are in this moment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How nuts is that?
It's weird to think about.
You went positive on the Surge Sixes.
Yeah.
We'll recap the football season next episode. But great Super Bowl. Pat Mahomes is incredible. Gonna see where the Eagles go from here. If you can make it to a Waste Management Open, I would highly suggest it. You just get fucking battered and get to yell at golfers, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys check that out. Share the pod with a friend. Hopefully, we helped you cash a little bit. We're going to hit a sneak nuke one of these days.
We're still waiting for our first bang.
Yeah, we are waiting for the first bang.
It's been, what, like 3 months?
We went through the whole football season, didn't hit a sneak nuke. That's incredible when you think about it like that, dude. Like, what are we doing?
I haven't hit a Super Goats in this fucking year.
Dude, that's incredible, dude. I mean,
it's going to be November here before we know it.
Yeah, we got to the Airbnb and Trent pulled it up, and I was like, I hate our entry. And I was like, yeah, no, I hate it. So what about this couch with the sneak nukes? Shit's not hitting. So until we figure it out, we'll figure it out. But make sure you share the pod with a friend. Trent, tell them where they can find you.
You can follow me and the rest of the gang on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Bookit with Trent. Watch the Twitch streams, at Bookit Sports. And follow the Bookit Sports socials as well, at Bookit Sports. But Twitch stream every weekday starting at 1 p.m. It's starting at 1 p.m. Central.
Dude, it's fucking 5:44 in the morning. You're going to have to give us a break here, guys. But yeah, check out the surgical stream at the Bookit Sports Twitch, 1 p.m. Central Time every day. And then followed by the Night Sweats at night if you want to sweat with the gang. Mikey over on all the socials ended the NFL season just perfectly. Couldn't pick a single game in the playoffs, but fucking took my meat out in the Super Bowl and just had a legacy day.
Swung it around.
Just a legacy day. I do want to get Chelly on this week because he has a funny ass story about getting to the casino and all that shit.
Yeah, hopefully you can spoon feed some Chell Locks.
Some Chell Locks, yeah. But yeah, this has been another episode of TFM Bets.
Good bit.
Appreciate you guys. Good bit. Appreciate you guys. And I will say, Philly, it was fucking hysterical seeing you guys drown in the airport. I'm sorry, but that was just the funniest shit.
The rat piss at the airport.
The guy sitting next to me, I thought was gonna cry when we took off. Like I was like, I'm gonna go to bed, and if I wake up and your eyes are red, I know you cried. But yeah, it was always the Chiefs. I mean, Pat Mahomes plus chicken. You can't let that happen again. You gotta be better.
Gotta be better.
Gotta be better. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.